Welcome to the Incline Trackers podcast, where we interview extraordinary people who love to hike the Manitou Incline. Today we're talking to Christel Aime. He is known for being the third person to complete 1,000 incline climbs and also the 13th finisher of the 500 Club. And he is known as the busiest man on the incline, commonly found doing biz. Can we turn down the PA system a little? Make an echo. Okay, he's also known for being the busiest man on the incline, commonly found doing business phone calls, running businesses while hiking on the incline. And today we also have a special guest host, Rachel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Well, thank you guys for being on the podcast. Usually I would be interviewing with Trevor, but today I will be the interviewee. So looking forward to answering some questions, having some fun, and talk about health and challenges.
Yes, a lot of health and wellness conversations today. But before we do that, I wanted to kick us off with a funny story. This is actually a story I don't think I've ever told you, Christel, because we've known each other for many years. But when I first moved here, I didn't know you, and I was hiking. It was nighttime. I was hiking with my dog. We're going on a walk, and I know you're not supposed to do this, but we went on the incline. And it must have been, I couldn't sleep, so I took my dog out, and it must have been like midnight or something late. And it's pitch black. I don't even think there was a moon out. It was just so dark. And I have a black dog. I'm wearing all dark. You're coming down the incline. No headlamp, right? Because you don't use headlamps at nighttime.
I don't use headlamps because I believe that actually headlamps make people, it's kind of more dangerous to me actually, and make people see me. So I don't use headlamps.
Okay, well, I didn't have a headlamp either. So you're coming down, I'm going up, and then all of a sudden, we almost bump into each other, and my dog just goes, "Roar!" And you're like, "Whoa!"
Well, I think I remember because I think it was a bear.
And we just crossed paths, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I hope I never talk to that guy again."
Oh, so you thought it was a bear too?
I didn't know. It was such a startling moment.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I think I remember it now. Yeah, but I love to do the incline at night because not too many people on the incline, and it's fresh and it's cool. It's not hot, so it's one thing I kind of love to do, either early in the morning or late at night. Actually, I do a lot late at night climbs. Yes. Yeah. Actually, I told you I almost fell. I fell on the incline. My son was about 6 months old, and I thought I died. I just went. That was before the incline was repaired, and I went down maybe 10 flights of stairs and then landed on my head, and I thought I was dead. And when I got to my car, realized when it wasn't blood streaming down my face, it was just my hair that was like bumping.
Dang.
Right. So anyway,
Where did you fall from? What
I
what
fell
stair?
at right after the bailout, when you're where it used to be not that steep, but it used to be very dangerous because all these nails and all that. So it was a winter. I had my tracker on, so I stopped and I said, "What a beautiful night!" And I took a step to continue, and then like this, and my head got hit a log, and that's what stopped me.
Dang.
You stopped from your head?
So I turned around and I said, "Okay, God, if I'm not dead, and if I call 911, nobody's gonna be here by the time I get to no." So I said, I need to get down as fast as possible. So I went down, and when I get down to the bottom of the incline, I felt something going down my face, and I thought, shoot, blood. So I went to my car, and at that time there was not that many problem parking really. I was parked right by the street. And when I went to my car and I looked at the retro, and it was just my hair really. I was bumping against my face.
Whoa.
Wow. What a story.
What a story. But anyway,
And that's a steep spot to fall too, so I'm
was
glad you
bad.
made it.
And I got no nails in my head. I did not hit a nail. And believe it or not, you know that before they repaired the inclines, you could have just I could have hit a nail. And
Yeah,
landed on
there's
a nail.
rebar
the
that was
rebar.
sticking up, or
Rebars, I
the
know.
drainage pipes
Yeah,
had
with
these
these jagged edges.
jagged
and-
ridges in it.
I
And
got lucky, I would say. Yeah, and it wasn't my first fall though, but
okay,
Wow.
yeah, I would say that is pretty lucky. So I'm glad you
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
Okay, so moving on, what we're going to do is kind of talk about Christel's background because it's very interesting. He has a different background than most people that hike the incline. Christel actually grew up in Haiti, and what we want to do is kind of rewind your life back to when you were a young boy and you're living in Haiti. Can you help us understand what was it like? What did life look like back then?
But you know what? I always tell people, born in Haiti from Colorado Springs, and now it's become real because I don't remember much of my life in Haiti. But I would tell you that I remember playing soccer. We have the World Cup this year here in the U.S., and I remember it being a long soccer. Playing soccer, going to bed, getting back up, playing soccer, going back to bed, going to the river. We were raised mostly in a farm area. So, playing soccer would be, all day long. And then, of course, we don't have the luxury of having water faucets or a tub where you would go and take a shower. So we would just play and then go to the nearest river or the nearest
Just water source, creek?
waterfall. I remember we had a great waterfall, fun.
Yeah.
We would go there, we would shower there or bathe there, and then go back home. And then so people who are raised in third world country would tell you that it's very much common. People see it as it's hardship, actually. Now that I think back about it,
Yeah.
it's hard. But when I was growing up, I didn't see it as being hard. I thought it as being fun.
Yeah, you didn't have anything to compare it to either, right? Like, this is just what life is
yeah,
like.
Yeah, exactly. 3-4 miles, and then go, bathe in the waterfall, and then you come back, and have
And is
fun.
that where you got most of your drinking water? Was you had to go walk
Actually,
multiple miles to
well,
get it?
we did have some municipal water, but it didn't ever work right. And then so I cannot claim that I've done that. And in countries like this, believe it or not, people are more health or disease aware. Some people, but my family was. Therefore, everything you drink, you boil.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so even the water come from the municipal water source, we boil it or we buy bottled water. And actually, when I was growing up, I don't even know we had bottled water. I didn't have bottled water. Anyway, so we would boil everything. And then so, yes, we would get water from the waterfall sometimes, but not to drink, just to bathe and to do all these
That makes sense. Yeah.
other things that we do with water. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and another thing I always kind of think it's funny is that when I listen to the news, there was always something about hurricane down in Florida. Hurricane time was fun time. Yes, that means we're gonna go water slide. So anyway, I think it's still a fun time for people down in the Caribbean.
I like how your perspective
It's a
of
great
childhood, like the whole thing is just everything's fun. There's no hardship or
Waterfalls
challenges.
and hurricanes.
Well, there was hardship, but as you grow up, your parents shelter you, I think,
Yeah,
right?
they take
and that's
that
what
burden.
I hope to do with my kids too. So you're not aware. The first time I think I became aware of how bad it was in Haiti is right after high school, and I realized, okay, I need to leave this place. And then so, because I got lucky. I had parents who really sent me to school, one of the best schools over there in Haiti, and so I realized, okay, I'm a little overeducated, and I cannot get to places that I want to go. And these places over there, it's who you know and not what you know.
Right.
And then so I had to say, okay, do I want to stay here or leave? So yeah.
So that was who encouraged you as your parents really to encourage you to go to America?
Yeah, I would say, well, even now, everyone wants to come to America. But I would not want to come any certain ways, though. Like my parents, we had that, they always, I would not want to, anyway, nothing against people who come, illegally, but the goal was not to do that. The goal was to come and, have some dignity. Make
Yeah,
sure
and you
you
found
work
yourself
hard.
found yourself with an opportunity through Bible college,
Through
right?
Bible college.
And missionaries.
Exactly,
That's how you were able
exactly.
to come into
Yeah,
the United
exactly.
States.
Yeah, so I met the gentleman who started the Springs Rescue Mission, which is now one of the biggest rescue mission in southern Colorado. But
is.
when I met him, he was doing revivals and putting water wells in Haiti. And he came to put a water well in my dad's church. I became his interpreter because I spoke English before I came to the U.S. I loved English. I became his interpreter. He came back doing revivals in our church 2 or 3 times. And while coming to Haiti, he said that God told him to come and open a Bible call or open a rescue mission. So he got the idea of opening the rescue mission while coming down to Haiti. And he encouraged me after he traveled from Kansas City to Colorado Springs to start Bible college. He made a trip to Haiti to invite me to come to Bible college. And that's when I decided, okay, I will be coming up here to Colorado Springs, and I've been in Colorado Springs ever since. So it's been almost 30 years.
Yeah,
So,
you have
yeah.
your signature all over the city here, and
I
even
hope
up in
so.
Denver too. You've been
Yeah.
a part of a lot of businesses.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
local
I
ventures.
love Colorado. Colorado remind me a little bit of Haiti because of the mountains. But the another funny thing is that even going back, helping during the earthquake, before the earthquake, you realize that people do not take advantage, or the utility of the mountain is not the same in the Caribbean as it is here. And then so maybe it's part of the being a poor country, but we utilize the mountain here. People love it. But I think we appreciate more what we have here in the U.S. or especially in Colorado. The mountain is really frequented. People take advantage of it. I know that a lot of people think that American citizens do not appreciate nature. I think it's the opposite, actually.
From your perspective.
From my perspective. And so, yeah, I'm lucky to be in Colorado, and especially here in Manitou Springs and Colorado Springs. So.
Yeah, awesome. So when you came over, you got into your Bible college and missionary work, but you also got into general contracting, into nursing, into construction. Walk us through how you started gaining skills in each of those professions, because most people only gain skills in one of those professions. You ended up mastering multiples of them.
Well, so when I came here, I came to Bible college, and then so I did 2 years of Bible college. I realized, it's not for me. I don't want to be a pastor. That was my dad's wish. And I decided, okay, I'll become a doctor. And actually now that I'm 50 years old and I'm realizing, the reason I really wanted to be a doctor is because that's what typical third world country growing up person want to do, really. And I like science, I like, health, I like research. So I said, I want to be a doctor so I can do these things. Well, while I was doing pre-med, I realized, there's no way as an immigrant I'll be able to do those. Well, maybe I could, I don't know. But I realized, no, it's not going to be as easy as I think to do research, to do science. You need money. So I decided, okay.
It's not cheap, that's
It's
for
not
sure.
cheap.
Yeah.
And then so I decided, okay, actually someone told me about the nursing program that would help me get into medical school. Okay. So I decided, I'll do that. And then so I became an LPN, and then during my nursing program, and I went to UCCS after I did my associate in nursing at Pikes Peak. In UCCS, I got my bachelor in nursing, and then I started teaching and working at Memorial Hospital, Penrose Hospital, teaching medication classes. And while teaching medication classes, I encountered someone who sold me an assisted living. Actually, I got very interested in it because my mom was dying of liver cancer at the same time. I thought, that would be a good way to take care of her, she came to visit us and found out she had liver cancer right after she got here. And so we decided to buy that group home, live in it, and well, the thought was that would also help, take care of my mom. Unfortunately, she passed away before we got into the facility, and then so we called it Solange Assisted Livings, and that was the first step toward business ownership. And actually, no, I own a home care agency before that. Right before right after I came from Massachusetts, so we went to Massachusetts just to help a friend with a business that I owned with him, actually a gas station. And my daughter was born there. So when we came back to Colorado, we realized, no, we want to probably, well, actually, I was going to take my test to go to medical school. And right before I took my test, I realized, you know what, I don't really want to be a doctor. I opened that home health agency. It was working. I decided, okay, I'll just stick with the home health agency, the home care agency. I started teaching medication classes. And I think during that time, that's when I said my mom was passing of liver cancer. It's all kind of, the time periods kind of mingles up now.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how I got into nursing, and that's how I decided that I will, focus on businesses and start instead of being a doctor.
I think that's a beautiful dedication to your mom to
Yeah.
name all of your assisted livings after her, in her memory.
Yeah.
I really like that, and I'm sure she would have loved seeing all of these businesses become so successful.
Yeah, but now we now focus on construction because during our time as owning these assisted livings, we found out that it's hard to run these assisted livings, the small ones especially, and make money. We really were running a nonprofit, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, if you're not 100% census, I've seen it. It's challenging.
Oh gosh, we were running a nonprofit. And then so we decided, okay, we will try to bigger facilities, bigger assisted living, so we can stop really running a nonprofit, losing money. And that's when I became a GC, a contractor, 2019. And during that time, I was doing my 500 incline.
Yeah.
And then so I remember the incline being really my motivator in my way of thinking of how do I get that building that we bought to turn into an assisted living built with the budget that we have, right? Knowing that knowing that most people want $1 million to do it, where we have only $300,000 to do it. And then so, meditating, thinking on the incline, literally triggered me, says, you know what? Well, I'll just become a GC.
Yeah,
and
I'll
so
just do it
I took a
myself.
class, I do it myself. So I took a class and then studied, and so took the test, passed it. And then the funny thing is when I went to PPRBD and told them I opened a company, say, okay, I want a Class A license so I can build my assisted living, these guys laughed at me.
Yeah. I'm sure you
They
might.
say, okay.
You might be the only person who has a general contracting license and you're an active
A
nurse.
nursing
That's
license,
So
probably
were you
pretty
still
rare.
working as a nurse during this time?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I was running my assisted livings. Yeah,
Okay.
and in my home care in a transportation company that I opened for medical transportation. But anyways, the reason they laughed is because, I had some experience in flipping houses, but they say, well, I don't know how you passed that test, sir, but you need to build at least 5 big buildings, like ground-up buildings, before we give you a GC license for an A license. And then so I found a gentleman who had a Class A license. So he became a licensee and my mentor. And then and believe it or not, in the Bible, there is, I don't know how it says, there was a part of the Bible where it says, the stone that was the not important stone had become the cornerstone of the building. And so saying that to me means that I did general contracting just to solve a problem, but now it became cornerstone.
Yeah,
of
you've
what
turned
I
a
do.
career out
Exactly.
of it also.
So it's kind of it's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're very talented. You have a lot of skills. You know 4 different languages. Also, I don't know if a lot of people know that about you.
Yeah.
You're very well educated. So it to me, it's not surprising to hear. Oh, I'll just get my GC license and solve the problem. Oh, I'll just start this business, do that. But to
Yeah.
most people watching, it's like that's very impressive. Not a lot of people, want to do that.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But as I said, a problem to be solved became a career. So, yeah.
Yeah, you've done a lot with that, so it's a good thing you went down that path. So let's transition to the incline. You kind of kicked us off a little bit.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to hear the first time you went on the Manitou Incline, the very first time.
Yeah.
Oh.
How did you discover it? How did you hear about
Okay,
it?
so funny about the incline. So after I met, I had a few friends. I have a friend from Africa called Micah, my running partner. So we would go run a lot together.
I've met him
Right?
before.
Okay, you met
Yeah.
Micah. And then so I don't know who, if it was him or someone, took me to the incline. And I don't know if you remember where they had the parking lot now, the paved parking lot. People are like, you have to pay a lot of money.
The bar
It was
lot,
just a
yeah.
dirt, right? It was.
Yeah.
So I used to park there, and I don't know if you guys remember. From that parking lot, there is a trail
Yes.
that used to go
that
to
go
the incline.
up and it like cut
Yeah.
into the incline.
I
To steer
always
400.
thought this
Yeah.
was the bottom of the incline.
Yes.
I did not know there was another bottom.
Yeah,
So,
same.
so I would park there, and then I'm going up to the incline, and I saw Micah coming on the other side to my right. I said, Micah, where are you coming from? He says, from the bottom of the incline. I said, no, I came from the bottom of the incline. He says, no, the bottom of the incline is on this side. I said, okay. So we went up, and on my way down, I decided, okay, I'll explore to find out exactly where the bottom of the incline is.
So was this the first time you hiked, or was this after multiple times
I was,
of
I
thinking
was like
that was
maybe
the bottom?
maybe my first year.
Okay, so
doing
you've
the
been
incline.
you've been doing
I
it
was
from that
doing
one
it from
spot that you
one-
thought.
Yeah, from that one spot that I
That's
thought was
what
the
I did
bottom
too
of
in the beginning
incline.
too. And so you have your time,
Yep.
thinking you're starting from the
From the
bottom, and then when
bottom.
you find out what the true bottom is, it's like you got to start all
So
over.
exactly. So now I say, oh gosh. So now I have to really now go back.
There's more stairs.
I know there's more stairs. And then, so that's how I remember really fun things start my first inclines. So I went back. Now I decided, okay, well, of course, now that I know the real bottom of the incline, so I would just now park over there and then go around and
Yes.
start at the real bottom of the
I still think
incline.
about that little shortcut every time I walk
Me
by
too,
stair
me
400.
too.
I'm like,
Can't take that
I used to
in
go right down
shortcut
there.
anymore,
They like
yeah.
closed it all off.
And what
now.
year was that when you first kind of started? That
What
first
year was that? Let me see.
It had to have been before the renovation, so it was
Way
before
before.
2016.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Way before. It would be, 2001, 2002, 2003.
So
Around this
20,
time.
25 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, that's helping me understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was trespassing, right? It
Oh.
was not a popular trail back then.
Yep. We would be
the
hiding.
parking lot wasn't paved, like you
Yep,
said.
Nope,
This was
nope.
yeah,
It was easy. Just come park and then go up.
yeah. Just go up
Yeah,
a mountain.
Go up the mountain.
Something
Yes.
most people didn't want to do, but
Uh-uh.
because it used to be a ride, right? Like a tourist attraction.
Yeah, well,
where
I
you'd ride a
didn't.
cart
Yeah,
all the way
maybe I moved to the US right after this was destroyed. Because in our interview with Greg, he told us he was in the late 90s.
It was late 90s when
Exactly.
they
So
stopped
I
there was a
came
running
in
the cart.
mudslide, right?
Exactly.
And it damaged all the
Uh-huh.
infrastructure.
So in '97 I came. So maybe it was right when that
Yeah.
happened, and I remember there was a flood actually right after I came, but I was not frequenting the incline at the time. So.
Did you know there was one of those carts that would go up Red Mountain also? Red
Oh,
Mountain
I
used
did
to have
not
one
know
too.
that. Right in front of us, right here.
Yeah,
Red
if
Mountain.
you climb up Red Mountain, there's a concrete foundation up there, and they used to have a little, I don't know what you call it, a tram or a cable cart, and it would go up there too. So there's actually two of them.
Two of
Oh,
them.
wow.
I did
Yeah.
not know that. Yeah. Actually, I've never done Red Mountain. I need to do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sounds
we need
fun.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done it either.
Oh, that's a
we
good
just
one.
do the incline.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So when did you hear about the 500 Club?
Well, so I told the story last time. I met Greg Cummings as he was having an attack on the incline, and that's when he told me he was training to do a 2,000 incline challenge.
Okay.
And so after I met Greg, and I decided, you know what, if this guy with diabetes can do this, I think I can do at least 500.
Yeah.
And then that's when I decided to do the 500 incline.
Yeah, and it looks like you were the 13th person in history to finish the 500 club.
Yep.
So that you finished, what year was that? 2019?
2019, I think.
2019,
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
What
And
did you do right after finishing 500?
Well, after 500, I said, well, if I can do 500, I can do 1,000. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
was that like the next year? Or
Yeah.
was that did they roll in together?
I think the next year I did it. Yeah, 2021. Or
Yeah.
Was it
2020.
1,000?
2021
It
I
was
did.
during
I
COVID.
think it was 21
Yeah.
that
They
you
closed
finished.
it for
I
a
think
period
so.
of time during COVID,
Yeah,
though.
2021, right? Because you were doing it after me.
I started in 21, the
Yeah.
end of 21,
Yeah,
500.
and I finished.
You
in
finished
21.
at the end of 21.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then so, yeah, I decided, well, I could do that, but my mind works a little differently. So I was like, okay, let me map it out for the year. So I have to do 3 a day, but I know that I have to work, I have all these, things
Yeah.
to do. So I would say, okay, I can do 1 in the morning, or 1 in the morning and 2 at night. And then that would give me my 1,000 incline. And I did not want to go over one. I did not want to have a day where I had to do 7, like too many times. I know I'd have to do some 7s if I miss 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
emergencies. But I did not want to have it repeated for like a month where I would
Yeah.
do 7s.
Yeah.
And then so I mapped it out where I would do exactly 1,000. And I said, okay, I'll do 1,000 in 2 or 1
Yeah.
just in case.
Just in case.
But I did not want to. But here's Rachel came after me. She kind of, I said, oh, maybe I should have just planned at 1,500. How many did you do?
I'm sorry?
How many did you do?
I did 1,003.
I know you did 1,003. See,
Yeah.
I know you were you're not being interviewed today,
Yeah.
but anyhow. So after my 1,000, well, that's why I decided to do 1,000 because if I can do 500, I can do 1,000.
Just
Well,
to test yourself.
Back up really quick
Yeah.
here. So when you decided to go for the 500, did you map that out? Had you done a double before? Like,
Yes, on my 500s, I would do some doubles.
okay, but
Yeah.
like prior to doing 500, were you doing
Prior to
doubles,
the
or did you
500.
start doing doubles?
No, I was
when you
not
did?
doing doubles. I started doing doubles during the 500.
Did you just decide you're just going to do doubles every day? Because it's kind of a
Y-
big thing to do, to go
you
from
know,
single laps to
yeah.
doubles. It's a tremendous amount of
Actually,
work.
well, it was fun though. Actually, if it's double, it's not that bad. I think
Yeah, once you get used to it.
you get used to
But
it. Yeah.
you went from just doing casual
Casual
lap here and
inclines,
there
yep.
to being like, okay, I'm going to do
We're
doubles
gonna
5
do
days a
doubles.
week.
Yeah, so yeah, actually, it was fun. The 500
Yeah.
was fun actually.
Yeah, yeah.
But the 1,000
Was the
became,
1,000
became
more
like,
fun?
oh gosh, yes. I would, we would come tired, would get up early. You have to be consistent to finish it. Food, I changed my diet 4 times during the challenge because you never know what the right diet is.
Right,
I
so
said,
you're
okay, I'm gonna eat
experimenting.
protein only, and I'm gonna be now finish it like strong.
Yeah.
And then after a month of doing protein only, we realized, okay, no, I need something. And then I decided, okay, I will do carbs. And then so we did carb. And then I realized, not good for my belly. And I realized, okay, I need to do. So for me, it was like a constant change
Yeah.
of habits and diets so I can finish this challenge. It was never easy.
I remember running into you up there when you were doing your 1,000, and you had told me you were fasting,
Okay, yeah.
and you hadn't eaten that day, and
Yeah.
I couldn't even fathom
Yeah.
hiking at all
I
without
decided,
eating.
well, my belly was killing me. It's like, okay, I need to just stop eating. And then so I said, all right, I'll fast. So I just would eat only once
That's crazy.
a day.
Oh, there's a crazier
and
fasting
then I will
story,
just
we'll
skip
say.
some days. And it's actually funny, the days that I fasted were the best days.
Wow.
But of course, I had to go back and start gouging, and then get some fuel in my body.
You looked a little out of it when I
Yeah,
saw you,
yeah,
so I was
exactly.
hoping you would
But it was part of the calamity. There was no way you do this. And that's
Yeah.
when I realized also that in life, there is not one diet that's best for people.
I agree.
We just need to eat as healthy as possible,
Mm-hmm.
healthful as possible, choose food that is good for our body.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always tell people, yogurt will never replace ice cream. Ice cream is ice cream.
Mhm.
And I need to be able to eat ice cream.
Yeah.
And the same thing, like sugar. I was like, okay, at one point, I'm not going to eat sugar anymore. I realized, no, sugar is popular because sugar is good. So I'm just not going to eat that much sugar.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to eat, if I'm going to...
Just eat it in moderation,
Exactly,
right?
in moderation.
Don't binge
If
on
I'm
it.
going to eat sugar, that means I'm going to do some exercise. If I'm going to eat ice cream, I do more incline,
There's a
right?
trade-off, yeah.
I do 2 inclines
So
or
did you
instead of
bring-
1 incline.
Did you bring food with you and water with you? And all
Yes,
the
so
stuff
we would
to have there on
hide
the
our
trail?
food at the bottom.
Okay,
where,
because I
like
never
Greg,
saw you with anything.
That's right.
So
No,
you had your
we
stuff
would
hidden.
Just really fuels, right? Fuels.
Yeah.
Mostly drinks, really. So I would just, put them at the bottom of the incline. It would go up and in and down. And of course, after 2 or 3 inclines, you're exhausted. You need to eat something. And so that's where it would, everybody who's doing the challenge, they know where to hide the food.
So what's the most amount of laps you did in a day?
Oh, the most amount I've done in a day was 9. Now that is, I realized that also, because you remember you would come at night. I would come at night and do like 4 inclines, right, or 3 or 4 inclines.
Yeah.
And then if I did them at 5, started at 5, and I'm done at 11, and then I come back in the morning and do 3 to 4 inclines, would you count that as part of one time? No.
I mean, you could count whatever you want. You could say
Yeah.
this is the most I've done in 24 hours, and you could
24
say
hours,
this is the most I've done
exactly.
back to back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
isn't that just splits? That's what people say.
I would
They
say
do
called
some in the
splits.
morning.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've done
yeah,
some
yeah.
of those too,
Yeah,
where it's like
exactly.
they're within
so
the
that
same
still
24
counts, of
hours.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
24 hours.
In a day, yeah.
But I would say back to back 9.
Man, that's a
Most.
big number.
It's a long day.
Yeah, because I had to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I had to go
towards
back-
the end
I
there.
went to a wedding, and then I realized I went for 5 days to a wedding, and I realized I have
Yeah,
to catch
I remember
up.
towards the end of your challenge, you saying that you had to catch up, so you had to do a little bit extra, more than
Yeah.
maybe you had planned towards the end of the year.
But by that time, I was in okay shape, right? And
Okay.
so I was about to do like
You're doing like 5 a day
every day, 5
Oh,
every day
yeah,
for
that
like
was crazy.
for 2 weeks.
I
Right?
was still on like doing doubles every day, and I'm
Yeah.
like, how is he doing 5?
5
That's
every day,
crazy.
yeah.
Do you think you'd ever consider building back up again to just do the 24-hour inclinathon challenge, 13
You
up
know,
and down?
I've never been. So this is the way I operate mostly. I have to decide in my head that I'm going to do it. Nobody's going to push me. Kind of. If somebody say, "Oh, let's run the incline," like Bob always trying to get me to run the incline, I said, "No, thank you." Because I had in my head I have to want to do it.
Yeah.
And then so I've never been challenged to do the 24-hour ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Just not
Or
interested.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do it
To me,
unless you
the-
like have a reason to do
Yeah.
it.
The appeal to the 24-hour challenge is like I only have to commit 24 hours to it versus like the
Oh, I
incline
see.
500 is a whole year. Like,
whole year.
I can't even fathom spending a whole year every day up and down. But 24 hours, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
why I've
that's
done
a way
that
to
one, but
look
not.
at it,
I don't
yeah.
know if I'll ever do the 500.
Yeah,
I have too ADHD, I think.
I didn't know that the Inclinathon was a 24-hour challenge at first. I thought it was just get 13 laps in and take as long as you want. So that's the mentality I went into it with.
You did
and
it,
then
right?
I did.
Yeah,
But originally, when I was training for it, I was like, I can do this because I'll just keep going forever. It might take me a couple days,
No,
but
you have a time limit.
yeah, I learned that.
yeah.
And then I realized I probably couldn't do it, and I had to train
Yep,
more for it.
Yep.
I remember when you were training for the Inclinathon, but secretly, and I think you did like 11 or 12, and you
When
wanted to
I-
be the first female to ever do it.
Yeah, I did
And
11.
you were super close to
I
it.
did 11 because it was like 22 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my cutoff. If I
Yeah.
could have just kept going, maybe I
Yeah,
would have been over
right.
24 hours.
Get a
and it
hammock and
it
go to
wouldn't
sleep.
Have, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't have
Yeah.
counted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So let's see. You did the 500. You did the 1,000. What I found interesting whenever you were hiking and doing your 1,000 is every single time I came across you, you were talking on the phone, running your businesses, doing meetings. Did you feel like you were able to successfully run all those companies and businesses while spending so much time on the mountain?
Yeah, I would say yes. As long as we know what to do, we know what people are supposed to do, we know what the challenges are, and most of the time I would break it, right? So I would be in the morning, and then I would go back to office and go work, and then I would, come back at night, and mostly at night I would do the incline.
Yeah.
And then so the kind of business that we have, it's 24/7. That's why really we have to be on the phone.
There's always somebody to
24/7.
talk to.
Always something
Yeah.
is happening. But mostly I would do my inclines at night anyway. So yeah.
And then another surprising thing that always, like, my jaw would drop is you would go down the incline backwards.
Yeah, so
Tell
the
us about
reason I
that.
go down incline backward is because on month 3, I realized my knees are going to be killing me.
Well, yeah, a lot of stairs.
So I said, I need to figure out a way to finish this challenge. That was when I'm doing the 500 incline.
For 500.
Exactly. And then I decided, I saw Greg Cummings coming down the incline backward. And I asked him, why are you doing this backward? He says, well, it kind of helped me with my knees. And so I started doing it with him backward, and that's when I started, now I cannot even go forward down the incline. If I go forward now, somehow the pressure on my knees are so hard that I just turn automatically backward. And then, of course, during my challenge, doing my 1,000 incline, I saw Rachel running down the incline backward.
Right, yeah. I was going to
And I
mention
said,
that.
okay, I cannot do that.
I'm the only one at this table that doesn't go backwards down the incline.
It is better on the knees, though.
It's better on the knees.
For
I
sure.
think,
And then
yes.
you just get used to it.
Yep.
I found myself taking regular steps down backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
Sometimes because it's just easier.
Actually, when it
feels better.
snows, it's better to go backward because you can, where it's challenging, where it's very slippery, you
Yeah.
just turn around and your center of gravity
You feel a lot more
feels
secure
Yes, exactly.
doing
So,
it that way. But I've had people tell me they get super dizzy and they have vertigo, and I've always told them if that's the case, then don't do it.
Don't do it. Exactly.
Because I don't get that, so I don't know how
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
overcome
me
that.
either. Yeah.
Definitely not for everybody, that's
No,
for sure.
It's not.
Even going down the incline isn't for everybody.
It's-
Like,
Yeah,
Not for most.
exactly.
most people,
Yeah.
if it's the first time, you should absolutely go down the trail.
Yep.
Yeah, I did the trail a lot. in
But
the
going
beginning.
down the incline, something amazing just happened recently
Yeah.
related to going down the incline, and it was Daniel Otter running down in 7 minutes down the incline.
Yeah.
What are your
That's
thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. When I saw that, I kind of called Bob, Crazy Bob. I said, Bob, your challenge. Somebody went faster than you. And then, of course, he says it wasn't true until he came on Strava.
Right.
That it really happened. And
I
then-
didn't realize that Daniel was my neighbor, and then because when he broke the record, there was a lot of people in person, right? There's people at the top, in the middle, and at the bottom. They're all on speakerphone. They're all working together, coordinating, yelling the time as he was running down. And there's videos of this.
Wow.
And it's very fascinating. But they're helping him helping him hear the time, and he had it recorded on Strava, but it wasn't published that day. It was just the video
That's
of him
right.
running down.
Yeah.
So a combination of him beating the record by such a large margin, right? The previous record was 7 minutes, 17 seconds, I think. And he claimed I did it in 6 minutes, 50 seconds, which is, from a percentage perspective, pretty large. And then the fact that it wasn't immediately on Strava, it made a lot of people say, did it really happen? And he published it the next day. And sure enough, it registered it 7 minutes, 2 seconds, which is actually slower than what his claim was. There was somebody posted a video, and he was standing at the top of the segment looking down, and they were talking and prepping, and then he runs.
Okay.
And if you've ever used Strava, it will capture when you first get to that GPS location. So all the time standing at the top counted in his clock time on the segment. So he really did do the 6 minute 50 second,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
almost 30 seconds faster.
Dang.
And in the video showed him actually falling at like stair 300. Have you seen
Yeah,
this?
that's what Bob said. He fell.
He even fell, yeah. So if he
And
didn't fall, it'd be
the-
faster than 650.
It's crazy.
So that's like insane speed. Like no one in the world's ever done anything that fast.
That
so
is crazy.
jaw dropping. I think he said he was a downhill skier.
Is he? So he's a skier.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
his like cross country skiing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Maybe he can look at because going down there, it's like sliding down, right? If you see Bob going down that way, the incline, it's like you just let yourself go, like a rock. And then you just let your feet now
Right,
find
yeah.
places to go.
You're just
and then
controlling the
yeah,
downhill.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a rock. So I think doing it, if he's a skier, I think maybe that mentality, that mindset helped him not to worry.
Yeah, he's
right?
comfortable with his body
Exactly.
falling.
Just
essentially,
falling.
that feeling.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah, exactly. And it seems like you have to rapidly be able to analyze the situation. Like, what each step is different, right? It's not uniform stadium stairs. It's like there's steps that lean up, steps that lean down. There's holes in some steps, right? There's different varying lengths. So it's a constant changing pattern, and you have to be able to rapidly process that and be very comfortable with being on the edge of death with every step if you're going that fast, right? So it's mind-blowing, right? It's kind of like somebody beating the 4-minute mile. Like nobody thought you could do that. And then all of a sudden somebody did it. And then everybody, like, not everybody, thousands of people have done sub 4-minute miles now. And this is a time like nobody ever thought you could go that fast. And sure enough, he did.
Crazy.
So he's really tall too, so that helps.
Well, we'll interview all these guys. I'm sure we will have him on the podcast.
Did you ever run down? Do you ever a time?
Oh yes, I used to run down the incline. So,
What was your best time?
Time. We usually, best time running down the incline. I think I can do 15 minutes. I used to do 15 minutes, 17 minutes down the incline. I go fast down the incline actually, but never try to challenge somebody. And then so I would just, challenge myself. 15 minutes, 17 minutes, Yeah,
and that's in comparison to the average person. If they go down the incline, it takes about an hour. An hour and a half.
Exactly.
Easily, because it's very taxing to the average person.
You
Your legs are
walk.
shaking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you're walking, your legs are jittering and stuff,
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Before going backward, I used to run down the incline. And even with Bob, I kind of did a little challenge with him a couple of times, just trying to run down with him, but nothing like trying to beat him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not for everybody. So let's transition to wellness, health and wellness. I think that's a big focus you want to have.
Yes. I feel like overall, as we grow older, we realize, we need to, what make people come to the incline? And I'm realizing is really people who are thinking about not only nature, but want to be healthy. People who want to keep growing old, but being able to do things that are challenging.
Yeah, have longevity,
Yes.
a healthy life,
Exactly.
the ability to move and be strong throughout your life.
Because when you start the incline, you once you start in your head, you say, "Well, most people actually would say, I have to finish it." Right? When you are step 100, you would say, "Okay, I'm already here. I'm gonna have to finish it."
Yeah, it's a fixed number of stairs. There's a
Exactly.
plaque at the corner of every 100 stairs, so it's easy to visualize. You go, only 2,600 more stairs. I got this.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And then so for me now, I feel like it gets people, brings people together in a way that around health, around wellness. We open Inclination Cafe at the bottom of the incline, and in a way to call it inclination, in a way to make sure that we make it welcome for people who are thinking of doing the incline, people who want to find a place to hang out, post incline, or any time during the week. We want to do a foot spa here at Inclination next door to see if we can create some relaxation around.
Like hot water, foot bath,
Hot water,
cold water.
foot bath, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a business, but also we want it to be around health. And the last thing I think we would like to include here is a hydration therapy and red
with
light.
the IVs.
Yeah, red light therapy, hydration therapy. We partner with Kat Tudor, who is a partner at Sunwater Spa, because she likes these things. She likes yoga. She likes water, relaxation. She does this. She did this customer service session for us, and it was amazing. How after that I felt so chilled. It's like, okay, take a step back and just laugh, right? And she started laughing actually as an exercise in how to finish the class, and it was contagious. She just like, I thought she was faking laughing, but after she faked the laugh, I started laughing, and everybody started laughing. And so the point is that nothing will happen if you don't push it, if you don't make it happen, right? She started faking a laugh, and then everybody now started laughing genuinely. And so, so being healthy is just, if you don't know, just fake being healthy, I guess.
Do the things that
Do the things
healthy people
that
do.
healthy people do.
So
Yeah.
speaking of recovery, what types of recovery did you do? Through 500 or 1,000, or what was like your go-to? Did you do? I mean, I'm a massage therapist, so like recovery is my world. Did you stretch? Did you do yoga? Did you cold plunge? I mean, there's so many different things. Did you do anything?
Nothing.
Did you sleep? I mean, that's a huge one.
Sleep,
is huge.
yes.
Did you prioritize sleep? And some people don't. Some people get like 4 hours of sleep a night, and that just makes it so much harder.
Yeah,
But
I did
you
not
had-
prioritize anything, actually. That's funny you said that. I just felt good.
That's
Sometimes I would
crazy.
crash. I would crash sometimes. And then
So
after
just go
that,
till
I
you
would
crash.
just like,
Okay.
and then I go back to,
That kind of blows my mind because I don't have that ability. I've spoken to a lot of people where they're like, I've never stretched in my life. I've never had an injury. And it's like, I go for a 5K run. If I haven't run in a while, I get shin splints and like hurts for a week. So
right, yeah.
I got to stretch. I have tight muscles.
Did you
and
have any injuries
No.
besides
God.
falling
Falling
and
on your
on your
head.
head?
Yeah, it was way
multiple
before.
times?
Yeah, I fell going backward actually once, and I just landed on my feet. So it was fun.
You landed on your feet.
Yeah, I landed on my feet.
Oh,
So
wow,
I
like a
was going
circus
down
act.
where the trees and where that tree separates the
The tree in the middle.
yeah,
That's there
exactly.
1400.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1400.
You know they
Monty's
somebody chopped
tree.
it down
What?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tree's gone.
about
It's
a
Monty's tree,
month or
right?
two ago. Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. It's
It
sad,
just,
right?
It just disappeared.
Yeah. But yeah, it's there 1400. That's
Yeah,
where you
and then
go.
so I just missed the stair and I went like, and then I landed on my feet. Bop. It was like, oh, okay.
anyone
let's
see
keep
you?
going. Huh?
Did anyone see
Nobody
you?
saw me.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Nobody saw-
Did
nobody
you just
saw
start
it.
laughing and keep going?
I
or-
did not even laugh. I was like, what? And then I kept going.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I did not do any preparation, anything like that. I just hope that we can keep going. I hope that I can still, can keep doing the incline, at my latest age, older and still be healthy and do the incline.
Do you still hike now?
I do, and when I close here, sometimes I come early or after mostly late, and I just go my steps and then come back down. And so I try to do 10,000 steps a day. That's
Nice.
one thing now I think is a good focus of mine. If I do, and I realize if I do 10,000 steps a day, I can eat. Okay, I don't feel like that I'm overeating, or I could do anything. Like it looks like it complements the day, and then so I try to do that. If I don't do it on the mountain, I do it now, even downtown. That's really what I focus on now. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 10,000 steps, that's like what, 3.5 or 4 miles?
3.5 miles.
Something
hate-
like, it depends
I
on your
hate
stride
it.
length, of course,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
it's typically around 4 miles.
Yeah.
So that's a significant amount. It's a common goal a lot of people have. And
Yeah.
I hate using the incline for the 10,000 step
Right.
challenge because it's not fair. Like
Yeah.
you could use less energy and get 10,000 steps
That's
just walking
right.
around on
Walking
because
around.
when you do the incline it's like one step
Yeah.
and then one step. And
That's
those are
a
hard
lot
steps.
of energy. You
So,
you
yeah.
spend more energy. Yes.
Yeah, getting your
Definitely.
10,000 on the incline is like,
yeah, that's a
it's
challenge
not my
for
favorite
sure.
way to
Yeah.
do it.
And then you said you did some fasting while you were doing your challenge. I remember a story you told me where you did a fast. I think you said it was multiple weeks long, right? And you only ate crushed grapes while you were
Yes,
fasting.
that was the last crazy
for like 40
things that I
days. I
did.
think you fasted. or
Yeah,
30
actually,
days?
I brought Kasha into it, and then we did like 3 weeks only
Okay,
drinking
3
water
weeks. Yeah.
and eating grapes.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yes,
So you ate
How
only-
was that?
bad.
Was it
I
like
was
purple
like
grapes and
starving.
green grapes? Was it or
Any colored grape you
any
can
grape
find. Yeah.
qualified?
Why only
grapes.
grapes though?
I just saw it on
Okay.
some podcast that it was
Oh,
supposed
okay.
to be cleansing for
Okay.
you, and then I just said, okay, I'll try it. And well, actually, I like challenging for the body. I think it's good, but it have to be something you want to do. Like the same thing for the incline. At least that was a challenge for the body.
Yeah.
And so there are some food challenges also that
Yeah.
sometimes I see somebody doing it. If I feel like, oh, maybe I'll try it. And then so that's how I did it. People were doing it. I said, oh, I'll try it. And so we did it for 3 weeks, and it was starvation the whole time. It was bad, but
Yeah,
it felt good, though.
That's a long time, 21 days.
I know.
So, I mean, I like fasting. I do that every now and
I
then.
know you do that,
Maybe
yes.
like, yeah, we used to do that a lot when we were together
Yeah.
working. What I like about fasting is if you do a true fast where you have the only thing you put in your body is non-caloric. It's water, electrolytes, vitamins. You can have those things. After, I think it's about 36 to 48 hours, your body goes into a ketosis mode. It
That's
starts
right.
to burn all the fat. It starts to really activate, and then you move into a stage called autophagy. And autophagy is like a cellular clean out, and it's where your body starts to eat and consume all of the damaged cells, the cells that cause inflammation, the cells that cause cancer, the cells that are really broken and you don't want them in your body. So when you can go into autophagy, that kind of peaks like a standard distribution. It starts the most at 2 days, and it peaks, and then it goes back down at about 4 days. So typically, you want to do a fast for in that 2 to 4 day range to get that autophagy effect. And you should do that like once a year is really what I'm reading.
Yeah.
And it has, if you're focusing on reducing your risk of cancer, doing a 2 to 4 day fast once a year to get that autophagy phase is really supposed to help.
Yeah, it only makes sense, right? Like if you eat constantly and you don't give your body a time to consume, right? I think that you would feel like you are you're overeating. And then so the same thing, there are some minute nutrients, microscopic nutrients that your body cannot get rid of. And I think by doing that, you give it time to consume these things, to get rid of them. I think it's common sense. So, but it's hard, and so most people don't want to do it, right? And so
It's not easy to miss a meal. Yeah, that's for
miss
sure.
a meal. So therefore, but I think something like that. I would, if somebody's telling me they're doing something like this, and that, like you just explained, it's so common sense. I'd probably say, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Opportunities.
It's worth trying it
Yeah.
out
So
every now and then.
I did a similar cleanse to the grape. I did watermelon,
Watermelon.
seeded watermelon, but only for 3 days.
3 days.
Just 3 days, but it was
That was all you
amazing.
ate was watermelon?
And that was
Okay.
my rules. You can eat as much as you want, but only seeded watermelon.
And
Yeah.
and drink water, right?
Yes, and drink
Yeah,
water.
drink
Water
water,
and
yeah.
seeded watermelon.
Are you eating
and
the seeds also or not?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
Yeah, the seeds have like nutrients and fiber, and they taste good. You can eat the seeds.
Yeah.
So yeah, eat the seeds and the watermelon, and that was actually a really fun cleanse because I never got hungry. Because watermelon's like
Yeah.
it's kind of filling, you know. You just got to keep eating it and eating
Yeah,
it and
yeah,
eating it.
yeah.
I ate like a bunch of
Actually,
watermelon.
there's a lot of flesh too. So
and
you're right.
It felt great.
Yeah.
I think I lost like 8 pounds over the 3 days, and then when I went back to eating, I only put on 1 more pound. So it was like a legit cleanse.
Yeah. It wasn't just water weight
Yeah.
that immediately
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah.
I'm imagining you walking through Costco with like 10 watermelons in your car.
No, King Supers is actually where you get the seeded ones.
Okay.
So.
That's great. So let's see. We talked about your recovery, which was you didn't do anything because you're awesome. And then your gear. Did you walk through a bunch of shoes when you were doing those challenges?
Actually, yes, you're right. I went through a bunch of shoes, and I still have some of these shoes. And now I don't want to even get rid of them because it feels like the shoes are part of my body.
Oh, they're your
You know,
memory
I
of
keep
the
using
challenge.
them. Yeah.
They're
Well,
like
not
your
even memory.
trophies.
Like they fit well.
They fit
Oh,
perfect.
you're
Yeah.
Yeah, they like mold to your feet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're perfectly seated
Yeah,
into it.
exactly.
So we talked a little bit about what you learned about your body in that challenge. Like, what kind of changes in your body did you see from the start to the finish? Like, did you have any injuries that took a long time to develop? I think you mentioned something with your hips kind of hurting.
Well, at the end of the challenge, I realized that my right hip was hurting. And also, you think after doing all these stairs, you would be, great at doing stairs. Actually, no. After a month after the challenge, in January, I was doing a few stairs I forgot where, maybe at the hospital or somewhere. I was somewhere, and I was going a few flight of stairs, and I realized, whoa, I am, like, my knees are hurting, and my hips are hurting. And then so I didn't went back to the gym. And then I decided to, build my muscles, focus on hips and knees. and I did some karate also with the kids. And my
Yeah,
kids
Stefan does that, right?
Stefan does karate.
Yeah.
And Maya does. He's a black belt. So I did
Maya does
karate
it
with
too.
him.
Okay.
Yeah, Maya does karate, and so that kind of helped me get my muscle strength back. And so yes, as a consequence, I don't know. Most people say they didn't have that kind of problem, but as a consequence, maybe because I never prepare or exercise, maybe that's why I had literally had to go back in the gym and build my knee muscles around my knees back and my hips. And after I did that, I was able to, because as that month after I tried to go back to the incline, and I realized I really have something going on with my knees and my hips. And so after I started building my muscles, I was able to at least feel, not hurting as I'm going up and down the incline.
So did you taper off after doing that 1,000? Did you taper
I did.
off?
I taper off. As you do the 1,000, you cannot come back without doing 2, right?
Yeah.
When I come back, I always had to do 2 at least.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3.
Out of addiction or out of like your body
It's just
needing
your body
it?
Your body
needing
needs it.
Your
Okay.
body. And
So your body's addicted to
exactly.
it. You're just like so
It is.
used to
Yeah,
that.
you
That
would not
muscle
want to
memory.
do 1. And
Yeah.
so, but 6 months later, I tapered down. I did, now I do 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do 2 automatically anymore.
Yeah, because you were doing like at least 20 a week. So to
Yeah.
go from doing that every week
Yeah,
to just none, like you
exactly.
kind of have to
Yeah.
taper down from
Yeah.
that level of
It just
activity.
automatically happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious, what kind of goals do you have? It could be athletic goals or personal business goals. Like, what do you have coming up in the future? What are
Well,
you aiming for?
Goal should be to do healthy things and also successful things that are successful. It's good to make mistakes. It's good to learn from failure, but at one point you need to make sure you show some positive, positivity, some success, not only with with health, but in life also. And then so that's the next step, to make sure that I tell people now, I don't want to learn from. Well, I don't want people's mistake to bear the consequences of people's mistakes, right? A lot of people have to bear the consequences of my mistakes, like my kids. They have no choice, and now we have to think about that, right? When you make a mistake, it affects your kids and your life and your family, and then so. But I want to make less of those in the future, that would affect my immediate environment. But of course, we're gonna make them, and when we make them, we need to learn fast from them, and so building on health, and building on the foundation of where we are now. Hopefully, it's a good foundation. I think it's a good foundation, especially going through hardship and calamity. Always learn from those. Mm-hmm. So this year's been very hard for me because I lost some of my businesses, but I realize as I think overall globally that I'm still lucky. Right?
Yeah.
I'm healthy.
Yep.
And
you have a beautiful family.
exactly.
You have your health.
Exactly.
And you can always build more businesses.
You're gonna build exactly.
Yeah.
You can always build more.
And you just opened a new business. This place
I just
is
opened a new
amazing.
business, Inclination.
Yeah.
And next door we're gonna have our wellness food spa center.
Are you going to do yoga also there?
We're gonna do not yoga. We were gonna do yoga, but because of the hydration therapy, that's gonna take the spot.
Yeah.
The space. And then but I'm excited about the hydration and wellness therapy, because if I can have a business, I've always been in healthcare, but I feel like we've been in healthcare maintaining people's status. Like you have diabetes,
Yeah.
we just give you pills. Where you have hypertension, we give you medication to maintain. But I feel like the world is going into
more proactive instead of reactive?
Yeah, like a
Exactly.
preventative.
And being part of that, if our hydration therapy here, wellness therapy works, we will be part of the frontier. We'll be available. We'll know of those new drugs that are coming to help people be healthy.
Yeah.
Right. Be preventative.
Yeah.
And then so I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound exciting.
Yeah.
And then walk me through hydration therapy. Is this when you have the IVs and you get the hydration
Yes,
packs?
you get it directly through your veins.
That's right,
And then so it bypasses your GI tract. I feel like it makes sense because you're getting these
Vitamins and
these
electrolytes
vitamins
and
exactly
hydration. Okay.
directly into
Yeah, yeah.
into your bloodstream, and not only because of the hydration therapy, but there are other treatments that are coming in. I feel like I've heard of stem cells being used a lot in Asia, and rejuvenating organs and tissues in other countries like China. And so why not here, right? And then so I'm excited to maybe learn more about this kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
maybe making part of a business would make it more effective.
Yeah.
Because again, business is always more effective than government and nonprofits at doing things.
Pushing free enterprise to be
exactly,
successful.
exactly,
Otherwise, you fail. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's better than
So-
regulation, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So, in closing, let's kind of talk about some advice you would give to new hikers. Maybe it's the first time they are going to the incline, or maybe it's someone who's about to do the
come by
500.
Inclination Coffee
There we go.
Cafe. No, seriously.
Get some inclination.
Get some fuel. Get some. Well, no, I'm kidding. But yes, do stop by and get some food if you want to, if you can. But good advice would be to people always think that it's not an easy challenge. So it just last 2 weeks ago, I heard somebody died up there, right?
It did happen.
And then
yeah.
so be
Very
healthy. Me, believe it or not, I've always thought of hydration before I go up there. Even if I forget my water, I'd rather go to the creek and drink the water from the creek. Seriously.
It's good water. I drink
It's
that.
good
Can you
water.
drink
I
that
drink that
water?
water.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
drink
snow
it.
melt from
Yeah.
the. There's nothing above it,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is in my head. It's just common sense.
You should probably clean it though, but I haven't. I haven't.
No, I'm
yeah.
gonna drink
Yeah.
it now. You guys said I could.
But,
I eat the icicles and stuff.
yeah,
when it's
yeah.
frozen.
Well, I drink the water. I drink water. I always try to make sure I'm hydrated. If I'm not hydrated, I go slower.
Yeah.
If I did not eat, because I do a lot of incline sometimes fasting, I just go slower. I would not let crazy Bob come and tell me, I know I'm fasting. Christel, follow me. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you go. But I know I know what my body can take now, right? Well, I would tell people to do the same thing. Don't
Yeah.
let people drag you into things. Just be healthy and eat after, eat before, and then take it easy. Don't try to make it a challenge every time.
Good advice. Good
Yeah.
advice. I remember this Bob story you told me where I think you were at the Grand Canyon maybe,
Yeah.
and he's like climbing up this wall or something. He's like, "Come on, Christel, let's
Yeah,
go
no,
climb
we
up
did
this
we did a
thing."
50-mile race together, right? We went to do
Yeah.
a 50-mile race, and after the race, he says, "Oh, let's go on a climb." I said, "Okay, let's go on a climb," and then so we went on a climb, and then Bob is just climbing like crazy,
Yeah.
and he's going straight up.
at the Grand Canyon.
But at one point he's going in zigzag, but actually I lost track of him and I kept going straight up. And by the time I got to 3/4 of that mountain, and I realized, I'm high. And I just looked down, and I realized that I'm at the edge of a mountain
Yeah.
that if I went like this, I could fall about 300 feet.
You were way up there.
I was way up there, and I didn't know how I got to that cliff. And I said, shoot. So I called Bob,
Save
and then
me.
he is nowhere to be found.
So how did you get out of that moment? What happened next?
Well, going back downward from the incline helped me a lot because I was able to, I went on my 4, and I realized I cannot go back down. I had to keep going sideways so I can get off that cliff. And then, yeah, it was scary. But anyway,
So you
and
climbed
I'm
to
not
the
a climber. I'm not like a climber,
Yeah.
like mountain, like climbing with your hand. And so, but the lesson here is that do not let Crazy Bob or people like Crazy Bob talk you into anything.
Anything.
Do what you can.
Very funny.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up now.
Yeah.
Huh? All
Well,
right.
thank you. This was really fun doing this with both of you two.
All right.
Yeah, it
The
was.
next episode is going to be Rachel Jones.
I'm so excited.
Yep.
Yep.
She's going to be the next. She's one of the 1,000 club finishers as well, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, and Rachel, I forgot. Oh no, I will give you that shirt that
I have
day.
it.
Oh no, I already gave it to you.
Yeah, you sure did.
Oh, there we go. So
Yeah.
there we
I
already have
my
the shirt.
Too. I got 1,000 shirts.
Yes. Perfect. All
Well,
right.
very cool. Thank you. We're having. Thanks for the conversation. We had
thanks
fun.
for
All
letting
right.
us share your story.
Well, yeah. Thank you, and of course, everybody else, will be live next week on Sunday with Rachel Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, see